Welcome to Faith in Action. I'm your host, Brother Mike. This message is called The Antichrist. I guess it's a sequel to Know Your Enemy. If you haven't heard of it, please look it up on YouTube. Listen, like, subscribe, and share. You know, nobody on earth had more haters than Jesus of Nazareth. He was stalked by them. They followed him around everywhere, asking him all kind of questions of entrapment. He recognized the spirit behind it. So one day he prophesied, saying, John 5:43, I am come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. Why did Jesus say that? Who is he talking about? Someone will come in his own name. Yes, Jesus is talking about a specific person, but he is also talking about anybody that doesn't come in the name of God. Because on the other side is the devil. He's talking about Satan. Christ knows that just as God has sent him into the world as his only begotten Son, Satan is afforded the same opportunity. Therefore, if Jesus is God in the flesh, the Antichrist will be the devil in the flesh. The Son of God versus the Son of Satan. John the Apostle spoke of this person. He is a real person, just as Jesus was. You see, God is a spirit and the devil is a spirit. So they both have limited power on earth. Why? Because in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, God gave man dominion on earth. So in other words, in order for a spirit to have power on earth, it needs a body. That's why man was formed from the dust of the ground, to have physical contact with the earth. Therefore, God sent Christ, and Satan was son of Antichrist. In Matthew 1:18, God found a body in our Lord Jesus Christ. Soon, Satan will have a body in the form of Antichrist. He will walk the earth in physical form, and he will be the complete opposite of Jesus. Think of Hitler on steroids. Look at what John wrote. 1 John 2:18. It says, little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard, the Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. He said there are many Antichrists. That was 2,000 years ago. Can you imagine now? There are many Antichrists, even though they are not the Antichrist, like the one in Jesus' day. You know, Judas. In John 6 chapter, verse 70 through 71, Jesus answered them, have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? He spake of Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. For he it was that should betray him, being one of the 12. Look at what Christ said about him. John the 17th chapter, verse 12. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. The son of perdition. Judas was Antichrist. So what does it mean to be Antichrist? It means to be the complete opposite of Christ, or to be against Christ. Judas was sent by Satan to betray the Son of God. He is the child of perdition, of sin, hell, the devil. He didn't believe in Jesus. He didn't believe that he was the Messiah. That's why he betrayed him. Turn to 1 John 4:3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come. And even now already is it in the world. This spirit is in the world. The spirit of Antichrist is waiting for a body. You need to realize that. Everybody don't believe what you believe. But this is how you know. A lot of people say God, but never, ever, ever said Jesus. The devil is a liar. Don't be deceived. 1 John 2:22. It says, who is a liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ? He is Antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son. You see, that confession is necessary. Jesus, the Son of God, is Christ. To deny it is to deny the Father and the Son. Understand? You can't be Christian if you deny Christ. You are Antichrist. So anybody can be Antichrist. And there are many. 2 John 1:7. For as many deceivers are entered into the world, who confess not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an Antichrist. There are many Antichrists in the world. There are many deceivers, especially in our day and time. They may be family members or neighbors. They may be police officers, judges. They may be teachers and doctors. Hell, they may even be running for president of the United States. Did they ever confess that Jesus is Lord? Then they might be Antichrist. But the Antichrist will come in the end of time. And he will come in the flesh. Who knows? He might be growing up right now. Or he might already be grown. You see, the Apostle Paul is the only other apostle that mentioned this person, referring to him the way Jesus did, as the son of Satan. Turn to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. You see, Paul is the only apostle that never actually met Jesus, at least before he died. He met Jesus after his death, burial, and resurrection. He met him in a vision on the way to Damascus. Now, he uses the same words as Jesus used. Jesus called Judas the son of perdition. Paul calls this man of sin the son of perdition. He's speaking about the Antichrist. Paul Paul is responding to the people who were saying that the day of the Lord had already came. Paul proclaimed that that day can't come until the Antichrist is revealed. Obviously, he is in fellowship with Jesus because Jesus said the same thing. Mark, the 13th chapter, verse 14. Jesus said, "But when ye shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee into the mountains. And let him that is on the housetop not go down into the house, neither enter therein to take anything out of his house. And let him that is in the field not turn back again for to take up his garment." Jesus was giving his disciples the signs of when he will return to the earth. Jesus called it the abomination of desolation. When you see it standing in the temple, run. Run to the mountains. Don't look back. Forsake all. Jesus referred to Daniel, the Old Testament prophet, who also spoke of this time almost 500 years before Christ. Daniel, the 9th chapter, verse 27. "And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation. And that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that make desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days." Daniel prophesied of this time when Satan will walk the earth in the form of a man. He will be the Antichrist, full of the spirit that is already in the world. From Daniel to Jesus and now Paul, the Antichrist is a real man that is destined to come and rule the earth during the end time. Now, after Jesus rose from the grave and ascended into heaven, some of the apostles died, some were killed, and others were imprisoned. John was in prison facing death. He had a vision of the end time, maybe our time. Jesus revealed to him these things, and he said, "This prophecy is sure and true." So let's look at Revelations chapter 13. Revelations 13 and 1. "And I stood upon the sign of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his 10 horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and his authority." Now Revelations 20 and 2 tells us that the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, therefore the beast is his son. Remember, God gave his son Jesus all power. The devil will do the same for the Antichrist. Revelation 13:3. "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave him power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? They will worship the devil. The dragon is Satan. And they will worship his son, the Antichrist. He will be a man of power, a strong man whom people fear. possibly severely injured and miraculously ill. He will be worshipped and extremely admired. Sounds like somebody you know. Revelation 13:7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. This power will be given, not taken. They will freely offer it, maybe in a vote. So your vote counts. Be careful what you ask for, because you might not like what you get. Through the deception of lies, the earth will worship the man of sin. Revelations 13:8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. That's Jesus. If any man have an ear, let him hear. And he exerciseth all power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Like Hitler, he will create a Holocaust. God is love. He will be pure hate. If you don't praise and worship him, you will die. He is the son of perdition, the Antichrist, the evilest, most wicked man ever born. Revelations 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The number of the beast is the number of a man, 666. One day the devil will be fully unleashed on the world in the form of a human being, the opposite of Emmanuel, God with us. The world has experienced the Son of God in Jesus. One day it will experience Satan's son, the Antichrist. My brothers and my sisters, the devil is real. He has power and he has a kingdom set up on this earth. Beware of Antichrist. There are many, but he is one. Submit to God, resist the devil. Pray that you escape the time of the Antichrist, and pray for those that do not. Thank you for tuning in. May God bless you. Don't forget, know your enemy. Keep the faith, but put it into action, and God will do the rest. Good night.